this is limited edition self-published deck by McLean of Alchemy web bookshop in Glasgow. I believe that's in Scotland. If you look at the box and feel that you've seen this before somewhere, it is this one here. That is the Japanese Folk Tales Taro, which I've also purchased from McLean of Alchemy web bookshop in Glasgow. And so he's very well known for publishing very limited editions or very specialized decks. And if you've also noticed, the lamination is very stark, it is very homemade. Although I extremely dislike this kind of lamination, I have now bought, at great expense mind you, this particular deck, which isn't cheap, and the Japanese Folktale Tarot. They are special enough for me to overlook the lamination. So this is by Ithell Colquhoun. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I am not sure. So she is a British surrealist, surrealism painter. So surrealist and occultist, from what I understand by researching her online. So there's a little card here, 2 cards, explaining her position and where she's coming from, who she is and all that. And there's this cover card here with a number 84 of 100 copies. Art Tarot's number 19, it says there. Anyway, apparently Ithell Colquhoun preferred to spell tarot this way without the T at the end to reflect the notion of it coming from Egypt. So I'll read this really quickly. Ithell Colquhoun, born 1908 and passed away 1988, painted her tarot designs in 1977. They were exhibited briefly that year but have not been seen in public since. Hers is not a figurative pack. For each card, she poured enamel, sorry, I keep saying animal when I said enamel paint, onto a horizontal sheet of paper, allowing it to flow and mix. Sometimes she swirled it about with the pointed handle of a brush, and sometimes she added dots and dabs of paint to emphasize certain features. It was important to her that although she determined which colors to apply initially, many of the final forms and color mixtures were influenced by forces that were not under her conscious control. Each card is signed with her monogram, devised from her magical name, the letter S-V, enclosed in a circle, splendidior vitro, more sparkling than crystal. As an occultist, Colquhoun was equally familiar with the traditions of both East and West. She preferred the spelling Taro, T-A-R-O, to the more usual tarot with a T at the end, as being more in keeping with the pack's alleged Egyptian origins. Her personal workings with the cards derive largely from the teachings of MacGregor Mathers and the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. In this system, an elaborate network of correlations was built up between the cards, the Sephiroth, and the paths of the Kabbalist tree of life, the elements, the Hebrew letters, zodiac signs, and other magical components. These correspondences and the relationships between the cards are of great importance. As with the Sephiroth, the cards cannot be studied by themselves in isolation. The links and associations need to be taken into account. As an artist, Colquhoun's particular contribution to the study of the tarot was the exploration of these associations and interrelationship through the medium of color. The coloring of each suit is based on the traditional elemental color: sword, air, pale yellow; cups, water, deep blue; wands, fire, scarlet; and discs, earth, indigo. Subordinate colors in each card bring out relationships between the cards. Colquhoun used the esoteric titles of the individual cards in preference to the mundane ones. For her, the titles of the cards were as important to the design. In her view, each title acts as mantra to the design's yantra. The 4 aces, or roots of power, are the key of their respective suits. Each ace attracts to itself 1 card from the major arcana as its Sakti, or formative energy, to cooperate with it in manifestation. For example, the Ace of Swords, central color pale yellow, is entitled the root of the powers of air. It captures the Fool, entitled the Spirit of Ether, and which is the air card of the major arcana. Together, they produce the court cards: the Prince of Swords, central color pale yellow, the Queen deep blue, the King scarlet, and the Princess indigo. These represent respectively air of air, water of air, and earth of air. The decimate cards depend in their turn from the court cards: the number 6 and 9 of swords from the prince, the 3, 5, and 8 from the queen, and the 2, 4, and 7 from the king. Only the number 10, the earth number, depends from the princess. Number 1 is identical with the ace, sharing the nature of both court cards and decimate cards. The same scheme applies to the other 3 suits. The Ace of Cups, root of the power of water, captures the Hangman, the water arcanum. The Ace of Wands captures the Angel, the fire arcanum, and the Ace of Discs captures the World, the earth arcanum. The procedure for the court cards and decimate cards is the same as before. The remaining 18 major arcana arrange themselves according to their occult titles into 4 groups which seem to have elemental affinities. And then it goes to show that. There it is. I'll let you freeze this page if you want to read that further. I just thought that that's better shown than read out. Okay, so that's the card there. And so I am going to quickly flip through this. I probably won't show you all of the cards, just a quick flip through. The back is plain, as you would expect. The title here is The Priestess of the Silver Star, the Daughter of the Mighty Ones, Son of the Morning Chief among the Mighty, the Magus of the Eternal, 7, the Children of the Voice, the Oracle of the Mighty Gods, 8, the Child of the Powers of the Waters, the Lord of the Triumph of Light, 9, the Daughter of the Flaming Sword. That's her signature there. 10, the Prophet of the Eternal and Magus of the Voice of Power. 11, the Lord of the Forces of Life. 12, the Daughter of the Lords of Truth, the Ruler of the Balance. 13, the Spirit of the Mighty Waters. 14, the Child of the Great Transformers, the Lord of the Gate of Death. 15, the Daughter of the Reconcilers, the Bringer Forth of Life. 16, the Lord of the Gates of Matter, the Child of the Forces of Time. 17, the Lord of the Hosts of the Mighty. 18, the Daughter of the Firmament, the Dweller between the Waters. 19, the Ruler of Flux and Reflux, the Child of the Sons of the Mighty. 20, the Lord of the Fire of the World. 21, the Spirit of the Primal Fire. 22, the Great One of the Night of Time. That's the major arcana. You can see how powerful just the titles are. So I bought this almost 2 years ago, over a year ago for sure, because I've been in this new house for a year now, and I definitely bought this a lot longer before I started moving. So it's about a year and a half, which is pretty much around about the time of my collection binge anyway. So I won't go through this. I probably would just flip through this really quickly just to give you a sense of the artwork, and then what I do is I will slowly work with this and come back with perhaps a proper walkthrough, or just tarot insights as I go through the cards. I mean, the titles are all long. The Lord of the Flame and the Lightning, the King of the Spirits of Fire. That's the title of that card. Isn't that, I mean, how amazing is that? Ace, the root of the powers of air. 2, the Lord of Peace Restored is the 2 of air. The Lord of Sorrow, 3 of air. 4 of air, the Lord of Rest from Strife. The Lord of Defeat, 5 of Swords. 6 of Swords, the Lord of Earned Success. 7 of Swords, the Lord of Unstable Effort. 8 of Swords, the Lord of Shortened Force. 9 of Swords, the Lord of Despair and Cruelty. 10 of Swords, the Lord of Ruin, etc. So I'm just going to give you a feel of the deck there. The Lord of Loss and Pleasure, that's 5 of Cups, I think. Oh, I can't remember, what is this? The Lord of Love, yeah, this would be Cups. Ace, the root of the powers of water. I just love that. I mean, I don't particularly believe in the Egyptian narrative of tarot, or of the mystical tarot, but it doesn't really matter because I think this is such a special deck. So there it is. It is a tarot pack by the British Surrealist and British occultist Ithell Colquhoun.